Are you a short story writer concerned about the prescriptive nature of short fiction classes? Are you looking to get into writing short fiction or flash fiction, or maybe something hybrid and don't know where to start? If so, then I can recommend The Subtle Art of Short Fiction, published by Fly on the Wall Press and edited by Isabelle Kenyon. Hi everyone, my name is Charlie and today I am here to review The Subtle Art of Short Fiction. This book is about to be published by Fly on the Wall Press, if it isn't already, and is an incredible resource. I was sent this book for free in exchange for review. As somebody who has previously been a creative writing student, I very much enjoyed this book for its lack of prescription, for its discussion of experimenting with form and the way that it tells writers simply to write, simply to enjoy what they are doing, alongside having some incredible writing exercises to help you further your craft. There are 11 essays by short fiction writers in here who either discuss their own writing or the writing of others, what they've appreciated about that writing, and help use it to inform the reader on their own creative practices. This book doesn't feel prescriptive. This book feels like it wants to come along with you for the journey. It's answering questions that you may have. When I was at university, it was all about show, don't tell, capture a moment. We want a twist in the tale, and start late, finish early, which I think is actually still pretty much what people ask for when it comes to short fiction. But what I mean is, here we have a guide that isn't telling you the ultimate way that things have to be done. It's telling you to recognize who you are as a writer and helping you to further your own career and, like I say, further your own creative practices, further the way that you do things, but very much centering it in you as a writer, as opposed to saying this is the way that you should be writing. And I think that that is an invaluable resource. I know that when I left university, I was incredibly downtrodden. I felt like I could not write because I had been told all these things that I ought to do in my writing. It's what led me to start saying to people, once you know the rules, feel free to start breaking them. And that is something that gets said in this collection of essays. That is the advice that you are given in here, is know the rules, know what other people are saying, and then challenge them. If you want to challenge the way that you're being told to write, then do it. As long as you have a reason and you know that you can pull it off, then that's fine. And also, writing is all about experimentation. Writing and figuring out who you are as a writer is all about experimenting, seeing what goes right, seeing what goes wrong. And we've all had those moments where we've been writing and we've realised, like 20,000 words in, actually I either needed to follow a different character or I needed to go with a different perspective. But at least you've got that experimentation in there. And this book is going to be a really useful guide to helping you begin that experimenting. And I think that I've always avoided short fiction because it's difficult. It's difficult to have to capture character and who they are in such a short space of time. But I do feel like, having read this book, I might find it a bit easier. And so I'm really thrilled by that. I'm also, in terms of my next novel, that are going to be short stories interwoven within the novel. And this feels like a good bit of advice to help me figure out how I'm going to do that. So yeah, I really think that this is a resource that you need in your life. If you are looking at having any sort of go at short fiction, you want to write a short story, you want to write a piece of flash fiction, then I think that just having a gander at the subtle art of short fiction, the guide is a rather short guide, aptly. You could sit down with a cup of coffee, cup of tea, cup of matcha, your beverage of choice, and just read a chapter. Maybe spend an hour following one of the exercises within here. I think that it's going to work really well for you and your writing if you do that. Because I'm definitely intending to use it. I'm intending to take this book along with me to the writers group and use the exercises to help my writers there as well, because it's a very short, phenomenal guide for all of you writers, you budding authors out there. If you use the code Charles10 at checkout, then you can get 10% off anything on the Fly on the Wall website. It doesn't just have to be the subtle art of short fiction. There are some fantastic reads abounding on there. We have The Wager and the Bear, whose author, unfortunately, I've forgotten at this moment. We have The Water That May Come by Amy Lillywall. We have books you've seen me review on this channel before, and you know that I have adored. I really think that what Isabelle is doing over at this press is fantastic, and that you all should go out and support her. Whether you want to write short fiction, whether you want to write poetry, we have a great guide by Rosanna McGlone on there. Head on out, explore Fly on the Wall, explore short fiction, just have fun, because these are all books that are going to advise you on exploring the world on current issues. But today, it's all about the subtle art of short fiction. And that's all I've got to say about that. If you've read this book or like to discuss it, please feel free to do so in the comments. Do you think you'll go and get this book now that you have heard me talk about it? I really think you ought to. It's quite a short, good stocking filler. All I'm going to say, you got a writer in your life? Send them this book. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, because until next time, that is all.